Okay folks, I just made a bum note in my last demo. My last demo was the mother drink can. This is the one I fucked up. And I had a gut feeling I should have flowed with a switcheroo. And this is some of the material from it, that one. So I'm really angry at myself. I'm not pleased. I really hate it when I do that. But again, it's like the conflict that I was talking about during another fuck up that I did. A different type of fuck up, but another fuck up. And I sometimes, it's often the artist and the human tend to come into conflict a lot in my work. Like the artist is the one that strives for perfection or near perfection. And the human is the one that wants to just get the job done out of here and finished. But also the human does simply make mistakes. To err is human. So the artist does not like errors, or the artist hates it when the human says, sorry, I want to pull this up, hurry it up, hurry it up, hurry it up, get the demo done, get it done, get it done, get it done. I don't care, just get it done. And then I produce something that's relatively substandard or mediocre. So the artist does get very critical of that, but the human gets really, it's competition. It's a form of competitiveness, and it really can be a problem in the creative world. The artist and the human fighting each other, the artist being the perfecter and the human being the human, as we all know the human to be. So if we can get something out of that, again, this is what we're utilising, these glasses, spectacles. But basically you've got to understand that hopefully this will give, this mistake I made with the can will be another story, another form of education to those to understand my work as an artist, but also to know that I do fuck things up and I do get angry at myself. An artist is like that. The artist can get very, very angry with the human, and the human just doesn't seem to care. But hopefully that is another piece of educational personal memoirs in my demo, because I want these demos to be not just about the demos or about the art. I want it to be about the artist as well, and how the artist is not perfect and the artist does not always deliver what they try to deliver. So yeah, just understand, folks. And I hope you fucking find it, sorry about my language, I hope you do find it entertaining what I do. And that's come up looking really quite interesting, the colour in that and the shapes. I do think maybe we could make that into something. Again, I'm feeling the human warring with the artist, but sometimes, it's really difficult, folks. I'm just trying to see what we're going to do with this. Wondering if we're going to do another one. Maybe we'll do another one, even though I've done this. I do find that bit a bit too vertical. I like the hand. Maybe, wondering which one what we're going to do next. I'm trying to make a decision. With this, so we're going to utilise this. But yeah, the artist and the human are indeed constantly at war together with each other. They're always at war. It's really difficult dealing with this warfare. Artist and human indeed. Very, 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 very fierce. I just hope this one doesn't become an artist human mistake now, or error. But when I do make a fuck up, I do like to capitalise on it. I do like to make something of it. I don't want to just let it happen and that's it, it's happened. I want it to have a rhyme, a sense of rhyme and reason, so to speak. A sense of rhyme and reason, folks, not just a fuck up. And that's coming out, I don't know if I like it. It looks a bit horizontal-ish. I like the colour in it though. The colour looks good. It looks a bit dark. I think we forgot to switch off. I think we got it switched on dark. Or we didn't. We're just gonna, no, we're not using that because we need to use this. But basically we've made it too dark. So we're just gonna lighten it. I'm going to make it into a movement piece, but I don't want the human to take too much precedent over the artist as much as I can avoid it. As much as I can avoid it, folks. The artist has to be the one that has the first and the last say whenever possible. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting. I don't know if I like it or not. It looks like this piece is promising. That's the hand of me with that hand there. I do wonder if we're going to go back to we'll try it again. Maybe we could lighten it a bit. I'll just go back. We can't use the lightness on the front there. We have to use this one, the brightness. But I'm trying to let the artist do the work, not the fucking human. But the human always keeps interjecting. Yeah, that's come up looking a lot better. The colour in that is a lot nicer. The pattern is a lot nicer. There's that there, and that looks really quite interesting, even though it's a void. I'm going to make another one. I've got to try not to let the human take over the job of this creativity. I've got to let the human sit in the back seat and just take note. Yeah, that looks really quite nice. Still not quite what I'm after. Wondering where we're going to cut the job. I don't know. This is a tricky one, folks. I don't want the fucking human taking over the job. Even though it's always tempting. There's always a temptation, folks, you could say. There's always a temptation. The human is indeed the fuck. That'll automatically switch that off. We don't need it anymore, I don't think. There might be some instances where the human might indeed accidentally or create something good in conjunction with the artist. The artist will often override the human, even though the human's fucked it up. So, but basically, yeah, this looks really quite nice. There's a little bit of a void there, or is it a void? I think it is a void, but it's just in the corner there. So sometimes the artist gives the human what it wants, but at the same time the artist sometimes can make the human into something good, if I'm correct, if I haven't been ignorant of my own creative work or practice. Art is indeed a difficult thing, and I do believe that there is something divine about art, even though we're using a fucking photocopier in this case to create it. But art is beyond the boringness. I think that's the right word. Banal. I think banal is a word for. It's a common use in the art world. I do think. I don't want to sound a bit too hoity-toity in the arty-farty sense, because I'm not one of those artists that talks in a load of what they call art speak. You know, a bit like the old saying, it's an existential hurdy-gurdy, for example, which I actually got off a commercial where they were using, and they were trying to make it sound like art speak, but it was a commercial, but it still sounds like art speak. It's an existential hurdy-gurdy. Fucking shit. Typically I don't talk like that as an artist. You know, I use more profanities than anything else, if anything. Anyway, let's see how this piece has turned out. Anyway, okay, actually that's quite nice for a pair of spectacles. I think now we can call this demo quits.